We're here to talk about your new album, but I thought it might be interesting to take a step back and look at the albums that brought you to where you are now. We don't have to go album by album, but let's go with the Pantera albums before you were signed. Power metal.
That was, Phil getting his feet wet with the band.
Yep.
He was extremely young. We all were. We had been in the club for about 5 years, couldn't get the hell out of Dallas. Just one of those things where we had the songs already kind of written. Philip came in the band and everything. We just started growing quickly into this groove thing. After that record, we said, fuck it, man. We're just going to do whatever we want to do.
Metal Magic.
Man, I was 17 years old. Dom called me about 11:30 at night. I had just been to band practice, and I walked in the door, and my mom told me, Dom, I want you down to the studio, and you've got school in the morning. I said, well, no. I'll make school tomorrow. I'm going to the studio. Their old man had a studio, and I went down and played 3 tracks straight off the cuff, and the rest is history.
Was that the end of school for you?
No, I still tried to finish.
We'll move on to the album in between that.
Projects in the Jungle. A little Def Leppard inspired. We were 17, 18, 19 when those first 3
Of course,
came out.
yeah.
So we were just exploring the territory. Thing is that, since the old man had the studio, we had to pay for studio time and all that kind of stuff, and so they went really quickly,
Yeah.
But if you listen back to that stuff, you can see how the progression of, say, like how Cowboys came to be, that was when we were, playing proms, bar messes, for skating rinks, just getting a gig. Back in those days, it was all that poofy hair bullshit.
Sure.
And we finally got tired of all that. And just went a la carte.
You were really prolific. You guys put a lot of records out, like pretty much out a year.
That's where we really got solidified in what we were going to do.
Sure.
It might have taken a little bit longer, but if you think about it, bands don't get together in 6 weeks and make a record anymore. They're together for quite some time, and then they have that first record, and then they go lighter on the second one.
You did not do that at all.
We went the opposite direction.
Yeah,
we were like, okay, this would be the easy route to go. We just do Cowboys from Hell too, but Cowboys from Hell was not. It was people didn't know what to think of it, especially in Europe. I mean, people would just no.
Yeah, they were scared by it.
Oh yeah, right. Tour with this priest for 3.5 months. They didn't want to know, and then we went and did Vulgar, and really the rest. That record just. That was such spontaneity, and just us being on the road for 338 days, and having a month off, and we just nailed it.
Wow.
Just killed it. We went to Moscow, and, a bar band playing in front of 1 million people, and it was Disneyland, it was insane. And that's what it was. It just took that one little spark.
Do you remember, did you play the songs from Vulgar on the road before you recorded it?
We had stuff from sound checks and stuff like that. We played the whole record.
Yeah.
Because, I remember rehearsing that. We built that album in the studio.
Did you have any idea how magical it was?
Yeah, we knew exactly.
It's awesome.
I mean, once we had New Level, it was over.
Which goes on to Far Beyond Driven. Even heavier, I think, or
it's kind of weird the way that works. That's when we kind of just dove in head first, and that's that was the record that the so-called overnight success. 7 years of the business, breaking your ass, making $10 a day, barely being able to pay for your bar tab. That was overnight success. But then the newspaper in USA Today, and I went, no, it was not overnight.
No, definitely not.
But it was because we had gotten out there and became a band's band and really spent hours after the show signing autographs and just getting to know our fans. They were rabid, without those guys, we wouldn't be in there. We had just been touring and finally had taken a break off. That was our most experimental record to date. Phil wanted to be closer to his family. With Far Beyond Driven, we had both just, we had finally got enough money to buy ourselves a home somewhere.
Yeah.
you know. So he wanted to do the vocals down at Trent's place. He'd been working down there a lot. And so everybody goes, oh, well, that's when it all fell apart. No, it was not. Nothing was falling apart. Everybody was doing their own thing. That was like, okay, we got to make the heaviest fucking thing we can now.
Sure, yeah.
So where do we do that? And so some of that stuff in there is like avant-garde metal shit.
The last Pantera album, Reinventing.
Reinventing, I couldn't listen to that for a long time after dying got taken from us. That was, man, when you listen to that record, it's so powerful and has everything from all the other records. And that's the one thing that I don't know who came up with that, but I wanted to take the best parts. Man, we've done so much. We had toured so hard. It was on the just verge of, we just needed to take that break. You know, the break was inevitable.
Talk to me a little bit about Down.
Philip and I went down in '98. Cymbal Pepper was in town, and Jimmy was in town, and Kirk was there, and he had originally said, do you want to come down and write some songs? And the two of us would get together. So I walked down, those guys are there, and there's 4 cases of beer, and I go, okay, here we go. Then we wrote like a 6 or 8 track off of Down 2, and we sat on it for 4 years. After 9/11, we went back home and put the studio together and made that record in 28 days.
So your most recent project was
Cut Over Hell. That was fun.
Put a couple records out with that.
Yeah, Vinny was in the band. It was a good band. I mean, I enjoyed it. I really did. I really enjoyed it. And I love this guy's death.
Is some of that stuff like the genesis of what led to this record?
No.
Like, it's not as, not quite as heavy as Pantera.
No, that has nothing to do with it. That was just, anytime you have a band, you have chemistry of 4 guys in it, or 5, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And that's just what the output is.
You also played on a Crowbar record too, right?
That was a fun time. A blur, but it was a fun time.
Sometimes the funnest times are the blurs.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, good talking to you. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Great record.